Today we are learning about direct, joint, and inverse variations. A direct variation can be expressed in the form y equals kx. The k is called the constant of variation. Now, a joint variation occurs when one quantity varies directly as the product of two or more other quantities. In joint variation, if y varies jointly as x and z, there is some non-zero constant k, such that y equals kxz. Meanwhile, an inverse variation is described as one quantity increases, the other quantity decreases. If you know that y varies jointly as x and z and one set of values, you can use the proportion to find the other set of corresponding values. The steps for solving direct variation are: 1. Write out your equation. 2. Find k using the known relatable parts. 3. Use your known k to find the unknown. Now let's do an example of a direct variation problem. If y varies directly as x and y equals 9 when x is negative 15, find y when x equals 21. First, you write the equation. The variable that follows the word directly in the problem is paired with k. Therefore, the equation would be 9 equals k times negative 15. When solving for k, you must multiply k by the number it is paired with. In this case, it is negative 15. That will leave you with 9 equals negative 15k. Then you solve for k. Divide both sides by negative 15, giving you the answer k equals negative 3/5. Here are the steps written out for you. Once you find k, plug it into the same equation. X equals ky. When you multiply the k and x in step 3, you will get the answer y equals negative 63/5. To solve joint variation equations, first you write the equation. The variables following jointly are multiplied to each other and paired with k. Use the rules of direct and inverse variations if jointly is not written. Second, you find k. Third, solve for unknown. An example of a joint variation equation would be: if y varies jointly as x and z, and y equals 80 when x equals 5 and z equals 8, find y when x equals 16 and z equals 2. The first step is to write out the equation. Then use the given information to find the value of k. Once you multiply 40 to k, you will get 80 equals 40k. You must then divide both sides by 40 to get k by itself. Therefore, k will equal 2. Once you are left with k equals 2, use this answer and the remaining information given in the problem to answer the question asked. Therefore, y equals 2 times 16 times 2. Y equals 64. To solve an inverse variation problem, first you write out the equation k equals xy. Second, solve for k using known relatable values. Third, use k to solve for unknown. An example of an inverse variation problem would be: if y varies inversely as x and y equals 2 when x equals 25, find x when y equals 40. Since you found out what k equals, now you solve for x. Since you found out what k equals, you can plug that into the original equation to solve for x. You will get 50 equals 40x. Divide both sides by 40 to get x by itself, and you are left with the answer x equals 1.25.